have a reggae my light.
Welcome to Reggae My Light, is your musical catalyst. I'm your host, Cool T. Now, Bounty Killer has sought to address his absence from the late great Merciless funeral. Now, Bounty Killer was a long-time rival of Merciless. He was among several high-profile artists who never turned up at the funeral. But Killer is defending himself, but Jano, Killer could have played for the Reggae Boys because the defense are weak. Killer said the reason why him never turned up for Merciless funeral was because people used the funeral to celebrate Merciless 2000 Sting victory over Killer himself, Beanie Man and Ninja Man. In an Instagram post, Bounty Killer said, "Showed up when they are celebrating Leonard's victory over us at Sting instead of his life. They don't all saw the fucking grade of disrespect displayed there. Then Uno all was looking for us to come share our sympathy at the time. Uno favor rat piece soup," Bounty posted. But you see, even though Killer never makes specific reference to the exact way in which the service paid more attention to Merciless 2000 Sting victory than his life as a leading dancehall entertainer, me still find this to be very, very petty, because as somebody with the day of the funeral, me not see in no way, shape or form the funeral was used as a form of celebration for Merciless victory over Bounty, Beanie and Ninja Man as Sting 2000. But me do a video already, talking about the absence of these artists, these mainstream artists, big artists like in Killer, even though me never mentioned the name at the time. But me I say, part of that legacy for Merciless in dancehall music is the victory over Beanie, Bounty and Ninja Man at Sting 2000. So naturally, that are gonna be a highlight of the man's funeral. But right now, this is a very petty excuse from Killer. And Killer one of my favorite artists, you understand? But I can't defend the madness, because no matter what, you have to turn up and show your respect to the man. You get what I say? Sting 2000 was Merciless' biggest achievement. And right now, when you look at it, not even when Merciless is resting in peace, Killer mind is not at peace with Sting 2000. Not even in a closed casket, you can't face Merciless. 20 years of bitterness and anger. I mean, you come and you see people are celebrate, if you say you must celebrate the moment. But that's a part of what Merciless has done over the years. As Merciless tainted your legacy so much, Killer, better Killer never come out and say nothing right now, to be honest with you. Because at the end of the day, on the funeral day itself, oh, say them a celebrate. Alright, if you know one got the funeral, there was the night, there was the viewing, there was the candlelight. You could have just passed through. You could have easily just passed through one of them events there. But it goes to show that the grievance over 20 years, 22 years of grievance did the same way. And not even death could have make that grievance wipe away from you. You understand? Not even death could have taken away that grievance. It's almost like there's a hatred on the part of Bounty Killer for Merciless. Trust me. Because if that happens so long and you still not get over it, it just means Merciless was a force to be reckoned with. And over the years, you don't know, as a main rival, as one of the rivals for Bounty Killer, Merciless was such a force that even when a man pass on, the ghost still haunt you. And may I say this now as a big Killer fan, may I tell you the truth, but the level of disappointment and what the statement our Killer come say on Instagram show me say, the ghost are Merciless. Even while Merciless was alive, the ghost did still haunt you. The ghost has Sting 2000, and it manifests itself in Merciless funeral and the statement where you come out with. Merciless passing should really and truly be a time for reconcile them fully. I don't think anybody at the funeral would have known, say, boy, Killer and Merciless did a rival, so I don't want to see him at the funeral, They would have taken it as a form of respect. But you just could not face the music. You just could not face the history. You understand? And I wonder if Ninja Man did their road, if Ninja Man would have turned up for the funeral. I want to hear a Beanie Man officer now. If Killer said this, I want to hear a Beanie Man have to say. Because in that clash, 2000, Beanie was the traitor. Because if you don't watch back Sting 2000, you'd realize, say, Merciless actually called Beanie Man on stage to help him with the battle. Not necessarily help him, but him just say, Beanie, you want a piece of my war? So him pretty much would call Beanie Man on theme side of the war. And Beanie Man just switch, because remember say Beanie and Bunty never a friend at the time, You get to me as if a Beanie Man go on in defense of Bunty, but Beanie just decides that him a go do until Merciless him have to go dead. So if Killer come out and say this, I want to know if for the same reason Beanie Man a go give. But let me know what you think of this coming from Bounty Killer. Tell me in the comment section what you really and truly think. If Bounty Killer really did need to come out and say something like this, what does this say? Alright, so the next thing now as it relates to that, Merciless former manager Gaddafi also was absent from the funeral. I'm going to do an investigation to find out the full reason why Gaddafi did absent. Because say Merciless did have high respect and rating to Gaddafi as a manager. But in his absence, Gaddafi still burn out the artists. They burn out artists like Capleton and Beanie Bounty and also Sizzler. Because in an interview with the Jamaica Observer, Gaddafi said the family actually put photos of Bounty and Beanie on the program. Why did they do something like that? The family members thought there was love between Beanie and Bounty and Merciless, because Merciless spoke highly of them to his family. Yeah, Merciless did always rate them even though them a rival. They were co-workers, but the family thought there was love and respect. I made a think so too, but as I said, this funeral kind of showed me otherwise. He went on further to say, I want to criticize Capleton and Sizzler, as well as everyone who sit down and turn a blind eye to the Merciless funeral. Even if Rasta bun funeral, they could have made an appearance at the setup to show their appreciation there. All who don't want to come to the funeral, who bun funeral, could have turned up to represent. Yeah, I agree with all of that, but I don't know how much me take it or read into it, because as I said, Gaddafi himself was absent. So if you have Merciless former manager and you go bash a set of artists if you don't turn up and you wasn't there or you weren't there, then it kind of leave a big question for me. I'm going to find out, believe you me, I'm going to find out why Gaddafi was not there. If him the overseas, whatever. But the connection and the relationship you have with Merciless yourself, you, by any means necessary, you should have been at the funeral, you get me? So while I agree with what you say about these artists, you can't pick the beam out of somebody's eye and pick the beam out of yours. You understand? But as I say, I don't know the reason, I don't know if a illness, but on the surface of it, that's what I have to say. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Reggae My Light is your musical catalyst, and as usual, I'm your host, Cool T.
You have a reggae my life.